Yo, what's up guys, this is Happy Now with another Guild Wars 2 PvP video, and on this video I wanted to show you one more time the Spellbreaker and if he's still viable or not. This is Whitebeard, my good apple char warrior. Yeah, first before I start the video I wanted to say thank you for over 3k subscribers on my channel. This is really awesome. I really appreciate it. Thanks for so many people that follow me, even though I have not so many subscribers. I mean 3000 is not so much, but for me it is really a lot, and I can see it also on my views. I have now over 1 million views on my YouTube channel, and only by doing PvP videos. And PvP is not really the category of videos that gets a lot of clicks, but I still get a lot of views on my videos, which is really nice, and I don't really understand how and why, but it is pretty nice. Yeah, so I just decided to make now a little bit more videos again. I know I said that on every video, but I really want to, and so I just decided to go ahead and start with the Spellbreaker warrior, because I haven't seen so many warriors play that, and yeah, for some reasons I had no warriors who played that Spellbreaker. So before I start, I wanted to talk a little bit about the role of the Spellbreaker, because a lot of you wanted to know before a video starts what is the profession that I'm playing, what is the job and what they do. I started a ranked arena game. I should be somewhere between platinum and gold, and yeah, the Spellbreaker is the, how to say it, he's some kind of point holder roamer, 1v1 play profession. He can take 1v1s, he can fight in a team, he can do everything mostly. The mobility is decent. It's somewhere around mediocre and good, because he has some good mobility skills. He can avoid getting caught by immobilize, and the best thing about him is he has a lot of interrupts, so he can interrupt enemies wherever they are, how many times he wants. And now we just see it here. We have one mesmer and the rest should be able to be taken 1v1. My team is now only one guardian. I hope he's the support, and we have 2 good scourges, otherwise we lose this game easily. My skins and build I will show after the video, but this is just my char warrior. He's one of my oldest professions, created characters, so be good to him, don't leave bad comments about him. Yeah, what else can I say about the Spellbreaker? Spellbreaker can take every 1v1. He's really strong still after the nerf, but you have now to know when to use your skills. You have to play a little bit smarter, because you don't have permanent full counter, don't have permanent berserker stance, so resistance, so you have to play smart. If you have a scourge, avoid some spam attacks and then go into the combat. I know it takes a little bit longer to beat a scourge, and even strong scourges take even much more longer, but you can still beat them if you play it smart. I mean, you can see it here, 30 seconds cooldowns, which is not so much. You have full counter every 10 seconds, and you have your healing signet to counter them. It is still pretty hard and rough. You have to know how to. Wow, 6k games behind me, 1 season legendary now, forever gold. Why? Yeah, I played another game with my warrior, but the game crashed again. Better said, my recording crashed and I had freaking lags. We were winning and my team just losing. We were about 420 to 300. And my team lost all 3 points. I could have shown the half of this, but I thought, let's just make another one. Now for the beginning we can just test it out. We just block immediately, because he will shatter onto me or do something like that, and he just is a smart guy and runs away. We destroy his clones. We can go behind him after that. We just full cap here, and the guardian is on close. Why? Is the guardian DPS or what? Now one of my scourges will die, or even both. Oh, we have one guy down here, which is pretty nice. We finish off this guy here. because I guess it's smarter to finish this guy. Wow, the Scourges did a really great job there. I want to show you some 1v1 men. On the first video I had a nice 1v1 against the warrior. We just wrecked him hardcore. He will do some attacking. We block his attacks. He just runs away. Okay, smart decision, by the way. This Guardian is a core player, but he's smart. He just noticed this guy and ran away. The warrior does not want to 1v1 me. He should have, because he has no other option left. We just run behind him. Yeah, this video seems to be a little bit what I won't let him get the decap. We activate this skill. We need to be careful because he will try to immobilize me. He just knocks himself away. We do this, we can auto attack him, and wow, is this guy a core player? We do this and auto attack him there. Oh, I will not let him get the... No, I wanted to interrupt him. He will try to interrupt me. He's not here, he's running away. Yes. What I did is I expected him to attack me, and so I just avoided some attacks. I just dodged a few attacks. No, I guess the NG is again back. We will do this, auto attack this guy, remove some boons. He will not be able to survive that. And the engineer is again on our close. Yes, the NG seems to be a smart boy, but I'm still gonna beat him now. He needs to be a really strong Scourge. Strong, what's the name of this is? We just block now. We do this. He's not attacking. He tried to knock me back. We do this. Block some of his attacks. Oh boy. And he's dealing a lot of damage. Yeah, he's still not able to get me how he wants to. But you see, this Holosmiths are really strong against Spellbreakers if you know how to, if you played smart. But otherwise you won't be able to get anything going. We attack like this. We try and interrupt this guy. Yeah, he's running away. He has no options left. He stealths himself. He will try to go back. He's still here, yes. We do this. We catch him with that. We can run faster, we can run faster, we can run faster. He tries to troll me, but not with me, my friend. Not with me. What the hell, how many of those attacks did this guy has? We just auto attack him to death. And that's how easy you finish off a Spellbreaker. And Spellbreaker Holosmith. And you see this, guys, the damage output of the Spellbreaker is still pretty nice. You have to be a smart boy now, as I mentioned it earlier. You have to know when to use your full counter, not just throw it out. Not just throw it out. Oh, he's still here. We auto attack. We do this. His clones will attack me. He will... Oh, he's still here. I thought he would run away there. Where is he? He's dead. Okay. And we can see it here. Auto attacking up to 10k. The holo will go on our close maybe again. Or they just AFK'd. Wow. My first game that I made... I lost, by the way, the last game, but never mind. The first game that I had was really good. I had a 1v1 against the enemy Spellbreaker that I won. Maybe we can take a 1v1 here against this guy, And as you can see it here also, by the way, which is really important that I mention that every time. Do tag your enemy. Tag him, tag him, tag him. You can see it here against the Mesmer. When I tag them, we do this. What I do also here against multiple enemies, I just avoid combat. I run forwards and backwards, so the enemies won't be able to really catch me. when they do anything like that. We just remove conditions, we block, we both block, and this Spellbreaker just failed. Now we can go and finish off this guy because he wants to res him. We do this, we interrupt this guy, we do this, oh my goodness, and Spellbreaker counter 5.4k, 10k arcing slice, which is really painful. Okay. I don't want to say that it looks really OP because how I play it now, it looks really OP that Spellbreaker still rocks. But you can see it like this. If you are a strong warrior, you should still be able to really get something going. You should be able to beat most professions 1v1. Of course it is hard against really professional players, they will wreck you. Professional scourges, they should be able to wreck you. And all other professions as well. We stun him here. He dodged that. He will try to stun me here. We just perfectly dodged that, and yeah, it is all about a little bit timing, you know. People expect that they just... I'm gold. Yeah, 13.8. Really nice. I thought I would be lower, but I'm gold. Nice to know. Let me just check out. I have 13 games, 8 wins, 5 losses. Is that true? Let me from my 10 placements I had 7 wins. Yeah. And 1 DC game, but I think they haven't counted that, you know. Yeah, it is pretty nice still. On every season I make at least 7 wins. On most seasons I had 8 wins. On the first season 5 with the rating I had 9 of 10. I got placed on legendary at the first PvP season with the legendary system, with the new system. And yeah, let's just talk a little bit about the Spellbreaker now. You can play it with dagger and shield, or you can also play it with the mace. Mace allows you to have a little bit longer stun. It is not unblockable, but you will be able to stun a little bit longer. I know it says for 1 second, but with the Sigil of Savagery, you will stun the enemy a little bit longer, which means you can burst them with 100 blades a little bit longer. Plus you have here counter blow, which is pretty nice. When you run away you will block projectiles, plus you will also block a single incoming attack, which is so strong with the mace. And the mace has also pummel bash, which is also a really quick and fast stun, same as on the dagger. I don't know why they made twice this, but never mind. Dagger is the offensive type of this build. The defensive one is with the mace, and offensive you can see it like this. With the dagger you have 1 more leap, which means you will remove 1 more immobilize, immobilize, remove, and immobilize, immobilize, remove. You will have on each weapon set 2 immobilize removal. Plus you have here unblockable attack and more boons removal. This should be also just said. Full counter is now not 8 seconds but 10 1/4 second, which is a little bit better, and it will not copy 5 conditions. Instead it will only copy 3 conditions from you onto the enemy. But the good thing here is you will still have stability, resistance, cripple and slow onto the enemies, plus it is an unblockable attack, which is pretty strong. And of course you evade attacks when you activate the skill during that for a half second. Sigil of Absorption, steal a boon when interrupting an enemy, which is 1, 2, 3. Breaching Strike should normally also be 1, but I don't know, it is only boon removal. So you will have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 times boon removal with an interrupt, which is pretty nice, and the cooldown of those skills is also really low. Only greatsword is also there for damage and survivability. With the whirlwind attack you can avoid attacks, you can turn around and then just run away like this, and you just troll the enemy by that. This is just a small hint for those people who don't know how to avoid combat effectively. I use Sigil of Intelligence and Sigil of Cleansing. The cleansing one because we have no condition removal, we just have resistance. So I just like to have an extra Condi cleanse to just have that. Sigil of Intelligence is there because we will have Arcing Slice always on 1 adrenaline bar, and it deals a lot of damage, up to 10k, which is pretty nice. Plus it will give us Fury. Every time we full counter, we will be able to use the F1 attack again, either Arcing Slice or Breaching Strike. And both of those skills, if they crit, they will do heavy damage. Rune of the Pack and Berserker Amulet are those standards because we will have a lot of might, and we have a 52% critical hit chance, plus when we have the Fury we will have above 70%, and we will crit a lot with that. Now to the build, it is still the same: Defense, Discipline and Spellbreaker, Shield Master to get the shield skills on shorter cooldowns, plus to reflect projectiles. Then we have here decaping, so we will have a second Ender Pain. It has 60 seconds cooldown, plus it is only for 2.5 seconds. They just nerfed this one, instead making it a 30 seconds, they just let it 60 seconds, but it is still nice to have. And then we have Last Stand. Stances have longer duration, plus they give us vigor and stability. Lesser balanced stance when we get interrupted first time. The good thing here is with the entire vigor thing here, we will have a lot of vigor and we will be able to dodge more often. That's what I said with playing smarter. You better dodge a few attacks and run out of the point and let the enemies attack there before you activate your stances. As you might just saw, I haven't activated my stances too early, but at the last seconds, because they got nerfed a lot, and you just can't just spam Ender Pain because it is only 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds. If you just spam it like this in the beginning of the fight, you will be wrecked immediately because you have no lifesaver. They just should be there for as lifesavers. This is just for the newer players. Warrior Sprint, as I said it, we will have with me the weapons 25% faster moving speed, plus we will remove Immobilize with attacks that make us run or jump, which is Leap, what is Whirlwind, While, yeah. Only with those 4 attacks here we will remove Immobilize, and Immobilize is there to just not be able to move or dodge at all. The next thing here is Brawler's Recovery, which is every 4 seconds when we weapon swap we will be able to remove 1 condition, plus we are able with this build to weapon swap 5 seconds faster. Instead of 10 seconds we will have only 5, which is pretty nice. Burst Mastery, adrenaline restored by 33%, plus burst attacks deal 7% more damage and give us swiftness, which is the swiftness boon is now new. Spellbreaker, Pure Strike, deal increased critical hit damage. This bonus is doubled against boonless foes, which is pretty strong. That's why we will deal with F1 attacks a lot of damage if the enemy has no boons, and we remove a lot of boons by interrupting the enemies. You can see it here: Dispelling Force, Stasis Stuns, Pulse, blah blah blah, will remove 1 boon from the enemy. And you can see it here: 2 boon removal, 3, 4, plus with the sigils that we are playing, the Sigil of Absorption, we will have extra boon removal by that. Slow Counter, full counter applies cripple and slow. This is nice because of the slow and cripple. The enemies won't be able to run away from you. You can just catch them again with Breaching Strike or another stun and just bash them down. This could be also an option. Removing boons from a foe deals damage and gives you adrenaline to have more adrenaline stacking faster, but you don't really need that. And this one also only if you have double dagger. Then we have here Revenge Counter. Full counter deals additional damage and grants resistance. Copy conditions on yourself to targets you hit with full counter. This is good to have against Scourges mostly, but it is only there to have the at least 5k damage output with a single full counter. You will block, you will get resistance, stability, higher damage output, copy your conditions onto the enemies, and the best thing, it is unblockable. So enemies who are blocking will still get hit by that, which is pretty nice. The skills should be always Ender Pain and Berserker Stance. Then we have Featherfoot Grace, which is there as a second Stonebreaker, plus super speed and resistance to chase enemies or to just run away from difficult situations, as I said that a lot of times. Then you can also, the other options are either you can still take Shake It Off, short cooldown, remove 2 conditions, it is a stun break for you and nearby allies, And the other thing is balanced stance, to have a second stability, which can be also really nice against certain enemy comps. But if you have this and you know how to avoid getting caught by stunts and stuff like that, know when to dodge, as you saw me against the Holosmith, then you really don't need this extra stability. But it is up to you. If you need the extra stability, go for it, don't mind. Yeah, some combos that you can use, and by the way, Signet of Rage can also be changed for Rampage if you want to have this, but I like to have Signet of Rage because it gives you adrenaline and you can more often use your F1 attack and be more deadly. The passive effects of this is just this: you activate it, you gain Fury, Might, and you can just attack here. And I have not even targeted this guy. Now to the combos that you have. You can just mostly auto attack the enemies and try to interrupt with this attack. Try to steal boons when they block or after a dodge. And then when they attack, full counter, and then immediately shield bash, F1, and then just 100 blades. They will dodge, chase them with whirlwind attack, dodge some attacks, and then repeat. Interrupt, attack, block, dodge. Yeah, after they dodge F1, try to stun them. 100 blades, F1, and then just repeat. What I like to know to do is I like to see if the enemy is strong or not. If I see, better said, that the enemy is strong, I try to avoid combat, because I also fail a lot of times. Even against bad players I fail, and then they just bring my HP under 50%, and then I just have to run away. And running away is not that you say, oh, you are bad or you're worse and stuff like that. It is, hey, I am still alive. Now I will come back and wreck you for the second time maybe. Or I will just fail again, but I'm not dead. And this is better. The best thing that you can do is, in the fight, just run away. Don't die. Don't die. If you die, you just get wrecked. And so try to not die. Now to the skins. My wardrobe is Dreadnought Visitor. This is only for chars, and the rest is Bounty Hunter skin set. Frostforged Dagger with Super Shield and Foefire's Essence with Electro Blue and Shadow Beast dies. That was it. This looks pretty awesome. Now, as always guys, thanks all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. That was me, Happy No, with the Spellbreaker Char Warrior. And I hope to see you on my next videos. Now you will see, as always, 3 of my other videos, and you can also subscribe to my channel only if you like to. If not, don't do it. Thanks all for watching. Bye bye guys.